This is my disclaimer. I'm not a relationship coach nor a dating expert. I'm just a normal guy sharing my experiences intended to help others. So, let's see what I have to say. Alright, in this video, I'm going to talk about a very important topic. And this topic is near and dear to me because it is my 100% hard pill experience. And what I mean by that is I experienced this, and fortunate for me, I was able to get out of it unscathed with no children or any unnecessary drama. But not every guy can have the same type of fortune that I had. So the title of this video is, fellas, don't move in with a woman. I'm going to repeat that. Don't move in with a woman. So if it's your fiance or you're married, I'm not talking about that because that's marriage, and I'm not a marriage counselor. I'm not married, so I don't talk to marriage issues or problems in relationships. But this is more geared towards if you are not married to the woman, nor do you know if you're gonna. Because when you move in with a woman, no matter how nice they are in the beginning, no matter how pretty the picture is going to be painted when you move in, fellas, you give up your power when you move in with a woman. So, my scenario, I'm going to share with you all my experience just so that you can see where I'm going in this video. So, about 5-6 years ago, I don't remember, I gave up my power and I moved in with a woman. I had a very unfortunate situation that happened to me, and I wasn't going to move back home with my parents at the age that I was, so I moved in with a woman. And of course, before I moved in with the woman, she painted a picture of how life was going to be moving in with this particular woman. Now, I'm not giving no names. I'm not going to put it out there who it is because I don't want no defamation of character or whatever the case may be. So the names are going to remain anonymous. I'm just going to talk about the experience. So the picture was painted, of course, in a lovely picture. All right. Moving in with this woman was going to be portrayed as the most wonderful thing because we can go 50-50 with the bills. You know, we could put our income together and live a different lifestyle. We'll be able to have extra money to go out and do more, and it'll be great because we are going to be helping each other. Now, for me, coming from the struggle, of living on my own and going through the financial situations I was going through living on my own, I thought, hey, moving in with a woman may be good because, according to what she said, it will be different because everything won't be on me. We can go down and we can split the bills 50-50. We can have extra money, we can save money, and we can just live comfortably because neither myself nor her would be stressed. So that sounds wonderful, don't it? That sounds like a wonderful picture to paint. And within the first year and a half, everything was kosher. It was a bowl of cherries. Everything was smooth. Now, that's how it is when everything is smooth. Now, when you move in with a woman and they have kids, that's a whole total situation, different situation, which I'll talk about in another video. But when you first move in with a woman, and you know, as fellas, sometimes we have our pride. You know, we don't want to be homeless. We don't want to go back home with our parents. So if a woman who has her own house or her own apartment offers something that may seem good, and women has a good way of painting things. You know, women have a good way of manipulating our minds sometimes. So you gotta kind of look beyond that. But if a woman paints a really good picture, of course we may jump on that offer. Okay, we may move in. Now, like how I experienced in my situation, within the first year and 6 months, everything was smooth. Everything was like how she stated it would be. Everything was 50-50. We both contributed. We both had extra money to save, and we was able to do more financially. That's the good part. And what was also fascinating to me is when a woman comes and says, everything in this house is ours. It is ours. What yours, everything, I'll just say this, everything is ours. Alright? So, me being in my simpish mindset that I was then, I fell for that. Yeah, everything was ours. Everything was ours in her house. That's the good part. Everything is ours when things are going good. But what about that moment when things go bad? What about when the fact of the matter is both of you are living together and both of you begin to discover each other's ways and habits, and y'all see that y'all going through disagreements? Quickly, when those bad things happen and you a fella and you live with a woman, what start out as good and what starts out as our quickly turns into mine the moment things start to get a little different. The moment that she discover how you are, and if a way how you are that she don't necessarily like, guess what? That hour is going to be turned to mine. So instead of our house, or ours this. It's quickly, you in my house. This is my house. You moved in with me. Everything in here is mine. So you sit back and be like, whoa, I thought that it was ours. It was ours where things was convenient for her. It was ours where everything was good. But the moment things got bad, or the moment y'all have disagreements, the moment where y'all don't see eye to eye, that hour quickly turns to mine. Now, there may be some women who are listening, all right? And depending on the type of guy, a guy who sits around, does nothing but play PlayStation all day, don't contribute to nothing, you work, and he doesn't, hey, that's a whole different scenario. That's a fuck boy you have living with you. That's a bum that you have living with you. So, yeah, you can throw this in him that this is mine. You can definitely throw that his way. Okay? But, what if the guy, i.e. me, is not a fuck boy, is not a bum, but gets up, busts his ass, works every day, does his part, contributes more than 100%, but we have a disagreement, or we don't see something eye to eye. Then because you don't see it eye to eye, it's like, oh, this is mine, this is my shit, this is my house, you can get the fuck out. As a fella, brother, that is not the best feeling in the world. Let me tell you, when that happened to me, when I was given my walking papers, I had more than contributed 100% in her house. Matter of fact, I was the only financial support in her house. But for whatever reason, that financial support went out the window the moment that woman wanted to say, you are in my house. So quickly, my had absolute precedence over the word our. And the reason why I tell the fellas never to move in with a woman that you're not married to is because you are giving up your power. There is no better feeling in the world when you, a fella, live by yourself, where you generate your own income, where you have the key to your place and you open up the door to your place and you are at a peace of mind, where you can be like, I can do whatever the fuck I want to do and nobody can tell me what the fuck to do. There is no better feeling in the world than that. I understand there could be some financial hardships. I understand that there could be some situations that's out of your control that you may have to, take a loss on. But there's always ways to where you can counter that. There's always ways to where you can pick up your bootstraps and you can go out and do whatever you can do to get out of that financial situation. But the last resort, and this is totally my opinion coming from my own experience, but the last fucking thing that you want to do as a fella is give up that power and move in with a woman, because she can paint a wonderful picture for you in the beginning. She can paint it as if living with her or moving with her can be the best thing possible for you. But you, as a fella, gotta think, what's going to happen when we move in and we discover each other's habits? I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Her habits is going to be justified by her because you're living in her fucking house. So your habits is always going to be bad habits in her. And then if you ever try to question that or get into an argument, that's when, well, motherfucker, you can get the fuck out my house. Then what you gonna do? What you gonna do when she give you them walking papers? What's she gonna do if she says you stress her out and she wants you to leave right away? Your name is not on that lease. Well, if it was, still, they can throw your ass out. But technically, your name is not on that lease. Your name is not on that mortgage company. Then kick you the fuck out. Then what? Then what? You gonna be homeless? You gonna move back with mommy and daddy? Or are you gonna come with your tail in your ass and be like, well, can we work it out? Baby, I don't have nowhere to go. Guess what? That power is lost the moment that you move in with a woman in her house. So I'll encourage all you fellas, if you're not gonna get married to her, don't fucking shack up in her shit. Because no matter how good she's gonna come across, at first, the moment you piss her off, the moment she gets in her mind that you're stressing her out, or she can find another dude. She can find another dude because you stressing her out or you pissing her off. And she can find another dude. Some women may even bring a dude to their crib while you're there. Believe me, that happened to me. Gonna get mad? I'm gonna say, you always had that cloud, or may always have that cloud of, this is my house. If you don't like it, you can get the fuck out. You get up, go to work, come back. You may have your shit packed up and thrown on the street. Or it may not even be packed up, it may just be thrown on the street. You try to get hostile, she call the cops on you. Then what? So think about that. Think about that before you make that decision to go out there and move in with a woman. Now, I don't want to paint it like all women are like this. I'm not sitting up here going to lump all women in this particular category. But fellas, my opinion, from my experience, is think twice about that. Don't fall or believe that everything is going to be 50-50 when you move in with her. You're going to discover her bad habits. She's going to discover your bad habits. But in her house, in her mind, it doesn't fucking matter about her bad habits. It's all about your bad habits. And if you have a problem with it, or get into a heated argument about it, somewhere down the line, it's going to come up to, well, you can get the fuck out of my house. Then what? You fight back if you want. You can argue if you want. But she has the power of picking up that cell phone, that iPhone or that Android, and dialing 3 numbers, 911. Cops come, then what? Then what? So, my suggestion is a simple one to all the fellas. Just don't do it. Maintain your own shit. Because when you maintain your own shit, you can go to your girls. You can even, spend night, a week, if you want to. But the moment she gets mad at you and say, get the fuck out, well, guess what? You got your own place where you can go. And you can turn the key and be in your place in a total peace of mind, away from the drama and away from the bullshit, and do whatever the fuck it is you want to do. So remember that. That's my free advice to all the fellas. Don't move in with a woman that you're not going to marry, because you're giving up your power. You're giving up your power. You're giving her the power, and her wrongdoings means nothing in her house. Everything is going to be on you. So take that advice. This channel is called Lessons Learned, and moving in with a woman and her shit was a lesson that was learned by me. So I want to share that lesson with everybody so that you don't make that same mistake. Maintain your own, and nobody can say nothing to you. You can do whatever it is the fuck you want to do. So thank you for listening. Please subscribe to this channel. Please share this video to those who can benefit from it the most. And I will talk to y'all in my next video. Peace out.